Hello, teacher. Good night. As you asked us as an assignment, the oral test, you asked for a tutorial. So here I am to make a tutorial about how to make a wedding invitation by yourself, a do-it-yourself wedding invitation. So I'm going to show you the red invitation. I'm going to present the materials that you need, and then I'm going to say the steps that a person can follow to do the invitation as I did. So it's my creation. I was inspired by something that I found on the internet, and then I adapted and made something according to my essence, things that I like. So here is the invitation that I made. It has a lace, a ribbon here, and I'm going to show you here. It has a tag with the name of the person. I don't know if you can read, but the name is this and acompanhante. This is my friend. I chose to write the nicknames of my guests because it's going to be a close and intimate wedding. So I found no necessity in writing the full names. Here is the invitation, and we have the individual invitations right here with the tag of the place to buy the presents. Okay, so now I'm going to explain how I did it. First, I wrote the invitation in Microsoft Word, and it was like this. Okay, I chose the font of the letter. I chose these pictures here that I like. Wrote everything, the place, the dates and the hours, and printed on a paper sheet. After that, to make it look like a papiro, an old sheet like this, I put it on a flat container with, I poured coffee, I prepared the coffee, right? And I poured this on a flat container. Then I put the paper sheet on it. After I took it off and let it rest until it got dry. After this, I had this result. I tore apart here to make it look more like an old paper that's. I don't consider this ugly. I consider this a nice kind of layout. Okay, very good. So after this, I took this cloth that is called jute. In Portuguese is juta ou estopa. I cut it on the size that fits the invitation. After this, I call this cold glue, silicone liquid. I find this glue better to use because it's an alternative for the hot glue, and it's cold so it doesn't burn your fingers. So you pass the glue here, and after it you put it over like this, and you need to do this movement, because if you glue it to the jute in a flat position, it will not be okay. Yeah, so you need to glue it like this. So it will take the format of the round position, okay? Sometimes it's not so right, so you need to adjust it. This. Okay, wait for it to dry just a little bit, and then you put aside and wait until you have the rest ready. But in my case, as I was doing many invitations, I made everything first. I cut everything first, I prepared, and then I was doing like production line, everything together. Very good. So next step is to have the ribbon. So I took one piece of satin ribbon and cut it in the measure that I needed to make the ribbon. I have a device to make the ribbon, but I forgot in my mother's house. So I made this device. I needed two sticks positioned like this in this distance so I can make properly the ribbon. So I'm going to pause here until I finish. Just a second. Okay, so now the ribbon is ready, like this. And I made another one with a little sparkle on it, with some bright colors, like this, okay? A golden detail. To make these ribbons, like this, oh my god, I'm going to glue them together, both of them. So you need to put the glue like this, and you must wait for it to get dry until you do the next step, because if you don't wait, it's going to separate and you are going to lose your job and your time. Okay, so just you can blow it a little bit to speed it up. Just wait. Okay, so the next step is to take a little piece of the beautiful ribbon and involve it around the two ribbons, so it's not going to be ugly. You need to make it more delicate. Very good. So now both ribbons are glued together with the little ornament, and we need to adjust the edges. So I'm going to cut in half. Here in the middle, you need to fold it like this to make the form of a little V. It must be small in order to be more delicate. So we'll cut 4 edges out, and then you're going to have the red ribbons. Okay, so here is our ribbon to put in the invitation. Very good. Now you need to do this round part where the invitation is going to go. To do this, you must take a smaller piece of satin ribbon and glue the edges together like this. So you make a little circle. Okay, like this. Very good. So after the two tips are glued together, you need to glue the ribbons to this small piece of round shape. So you put it like this. like this and wait for it to dry a little bit. Jimmy, don't do this. My cat is playing. Just a second. Excellent. So after we get the ribbons ready, we come back to the invitation that we have already glued together, and we take the small personal individual invitations. Convite individual, indispensável apresentação deste. Fabrício. Okay. You can use a small clip, a golden clip, to put it here. So you put together in the clip the small invitations with the correct amount of people that you are inviting and the place you're having your presents, your list of presents. So I'm going to do this now. Okay, just a second. Right. First, you put the place where your invitation, where your list of presents is, like this, and then you put the individual invitations. In this case, they are 2. Very good. So you're going to have this, the whole invitation with the small ones. Okay, next step is to wrap it. And in order to do this, you must roll it. Roll it smaller than you're going to. It's going to be in the end because you need to put it inside here, and if it's not smaller enough, you aren't going to be able to do that. So after you finish rolling, you take the ribbons and try to put it here. But in this case, like I said, it's not small enough. So let's go again. Oh, mew. Mew. Teacher, this is my cat that I tell you about. This is Mew. Just a second. Right, so now it's small enough, so we need to put it here. And slide it until the point that you need, that it's right in the middle. The tips aren't proportional here, so I'm going to cut it a little bit smaller. But before I do that, let's go to the next and final step, that is to put the tag with the name of the guest, Jessica Bacheski. So it was a way that I found to identify whose invitation they were, otherwise I was going to get lost. So I prepared this little tag. I made it as well on Word, Microsoft Word. I printed and then I cut it, and now I can put it here to identify the invitation. So you need to wait it to get dry. Let's wait. Excellent. So now it has got dry, and we have the tag, the invitation, the ribbon. I didn't cut here. Oh, I have already adjusted. Now I'm going to cut the edges in a little bit. And it's almost ready. Okay? No, it's not right. So you must do it very neatly. It needs to be delicate. Okay? So here it is, your do-it-yourself wedding invitation. And teacher, I hope you like it, and I hope one day you will send it to your students so they can make their own wedding invitations. So that's it for now. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a good night.